If we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Dr. Brooklyn Storme. I'm a private practice specialist. I've been in private practice for 30 years. I've been awarded Health Practitioner of the Year a few years ago, a couple of weeks ago, Business Coach of the Year, and I'm all about sharing tips, tools, and insights with allied health professionals to help you build a private practice that aligns with your values and gives you the things that you really, really want, right? And in the way that you define success, right? So for me at the moment, success is all about how can I get my time back? But one of the things that I wanted to talk with you about today was this is the first day of my leave. I'm still going to do these videos every day, but this is the first day of my leave from work, and I'm going away for 10 days. Going to be in beautiful Dalesford in Victoria, in the spa country of Victoria. I can't wait. I go there like every roughly 10 weeks for 10 days. It's my rest, it's my R&R. But it wasn't always like this in my private practice. In fact, for the longest time, as you know, I was working doing bulk billing psych at medical clinics under Medicare, and I was seeing a high volume of clients because I needed to pay the rent, pay the bills, and everything. Because, as you know, when you do free work for clients, sometimes they turn up, sometimes they don't. I was booking like between 10 and 14 clients a day, praying maybe 8 might turn up. So, this was how it was for me. And I used to work when I was sick. I used to work when I was tired. I used to work when I was anxious. I used to work when I was feeling low or flat or stressed, all those kinds of things. I remember in Cranbourne, at one of the places that I used to work at, the clinic had a dentist. And I remembered having really bad toothache one morning, and it was before work. I saw the dentist in the tea room, and I was telling her, "Oh, my tooth's really sore." She said, "Oh, come in and have a look at it." They were all female dentists. I went in. I sat down in the chair. It was all very casual. It was all giggly, all the girls, and I was there. And then she turned on the light. She took the X-ray, and she goes, "Oh, you need an extraction." And I said, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "Oh, let's just do it now." And I said, "Oh, I've got a client at 9 o'clock. What's the time?" And she said, "It's 8:45. You'll be fine." So I said, "Okay, do it." So she extracted my tooth and filled it up with, because you know how, I don't know if you've had a tooth extraction before, but your gum bleeds a lot when you've had a tooth removed. She packed it with some gauze. She gave me extra gauze, which I put in my pocket of my trousers at the time, for later in case I needed it. And my mouth was out here. I was dribbling because I'd had all the anesthetic, and I could barely talk, but I was wadded up, and I went and saw clients back to back to back to back to back till 5 o'clock. Crazy. In between clients, I took the wad of stuff out of my mouth and swapped it for the gauze that had been in my pocket. Now, this is like crazy town. Why did I even do this? Like, who does that? But I did it because I said to myself, oh, you can't afford to take a day off. If you're not income producing, what's going to happen? You won't pay your rent, you won't pay your mortgage, all these kinds of things. So, for all that time, I never took a day off. I didn't have leave. I didn't do any of the things. I just kept going. I was a machine. And the reason that I could was because, well, if you speak to an exercise physio, or maybe even you're a physio watching this, you know that I could because I'd conditioned my body and my mind to be able to do it. Since COVID lockdowns, I work from home now. Don't see anywhere near that volume of clients. In fact, this week I saw one client. It was amazing. And I've got all my time back. If somebody said to me now, "Oh, just go ahead and do what you were doing before," I couldn't. I'd have to taper on. I'd have to work my way up to it. Things are very different now. But what I want to share with you is the importance of self care. Now, I used to always panic about taking leave because I thought if I take leave and I go away, the business will collapse. It's not going to survive if I'm not there. This is what I'm telling you. It was crazy town thinking. I used to think that. I used to say to myself, people will leave and they'll go and find a different therapist. Everybody's just going to leave and I'll come back and there'll be an empty diary. All my clients will cancel and they'll hate me and they'll never come back and they'll say I'm selfish and mean because I abandoned them. So all this thinking was going on all of the time. So it wasn't until I started charging fees for my services that my mindset started to change. And then I started to say, no, actually, it's safe for me to be able to take some leave. And I started just by cutting back my availability. So instead of being available 6 days a week, I went to five, then I went to four. And I did that incrementally over a period of time. And I remembered how good it felt. And then I saw it didn't really affect my business at all. And then from there, I started taking like blocks of time. It was, 2 or 3 days over here. I remembered really getting excited about Easter because there's so many public holidays in April that I was able to take, I think, 3 days off work, but end up with like 12-day break. Do you know that period that I'm talking about where it's all the good, I was going to say Good Friday, Monday, all those kinds of things. Good morning, Janet. Thank you so much for watching them. So yeah, that's what was going on for me. But now that I'm actually charging a proper fee, I'm not a psychologist anymore. I'm not charging Medicare. I've got beautiful clients, counseling clients, and private practice owner clients who I see for services like supervision or mentoring or business coaching, private practice business coaching, things like that. Now I can take that time. And so what I do is every, say, 8 to 10 weeks, I take 10 days off. So I do that 4 or 5, 6 times a year. Well, if you've been in my world for a little while, it's going to feel like it was only a minute since I was last at Dalesford. So I'm going off again. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to know that if you're where I used to be, there's a way through. And the way through is by getting some support around your mindset, number one. Number two is making sure that the business is set up so it doesn't fall over in your absence and so that it can still be generating revenue for you. Like while I'm gone next week, the business is still going to turn over a certain amount of money. And I know that because I track everything. I can project what the business is going to earn. So it can afford for me to go away for a week. Or 10 days. So you can do this too. And in fact, it's necessary. The more time that I take and I get these like little 10-day mini getaways, it's fantastic because I recharge my batteries. I come back energized. I've got more insight, more awareness, more ideas, more inspiration. And that's when people like you come and you message me and you say, how do you do so much? Well, I'm able to do so much because I take these chunks of time. So it is okay. You have permission. You don't need permission from me, from anybody. But if you needed to hear it, you've got it. It's not about really having permission. It's about building it into your diary as a business activity. Time away from the business is a business activity. Go and put it in your Google Calendar now or your Galaxy Calendar now. Go on to Airbnb and find yourself really fun, beautiful accommodation somewhere where you just want to get away. Make sure they've got Wi-Fi and have it in the diary so you've got that thing to look forward to, because I really believe when you've got that break to look forward to and you know it's only a few weeks away, it can also make the work that you're doing feel a little bit more focused because now you're excited and there's this light at the end of the tunnel. And those of you who have been there will know what I'm talking about. But it's necessary, it's a requirement. If you don't have breaks, you don't have to go away. You can have a staycation. The point is, if you don't have self-care breaks, proper breaks from the business, 10 days is the sweet spot for me. I think any more than that, it's probably too much for me at the moment. I'm happy with 10 days. You might want to start with 2 or 3 days. See how that goes for you. Build it up to 4 or 5 days for the next time, but always have something there. And remember, shift your mindset. Time away from the business is an investment in the business because it helps you run the business with a clear mind, better energy. You can show up better for clients because you're not depleted, you're not tired, you're not burning out. Time away from the business is a business activity. Repeat after me. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So I'm off. The next video will be from Dalesford. You'll get that tomorrow. If you have any questions or topics that you would like me to speak about, please let me know. I love getting your ideas and suggestions, and I could talk the leg off a chair, seriously. And I've got all this knowledge and all this wisdom, but I just don't know what you want to hear. So ask away. It'll be absolutely my pleasure to support you in any way that I can. So, with that said, I'm off for a mini break for 10 days. I will see you from Dalesford. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And thank you so, 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 so much for all of the work that you do. Good morning, Katie. I'm so pleased that you like my little snippets. I really value that you're here. And thank you as well, Janet, for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful week. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.